I fucking confronted the.
Welcome, Hamburger Podcast, Episode 5, live or mobile studio. Mobile studio.
We're mobile.
The mobile studio back in Hollywood Hills, and we got pretty exciting shit going on.
Yeah, we had a whole topic planned for this show.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be. Here, wait, we gotta get all these goddamn chords straight. Okay.
On spot.
We seem to be doing okay. All right. So, Hamburger Podcast, Episode 5.
Check out the lighting. Great.
Is it great?
It's the best
It's all
lighting
right.
we've
It's
had.
all right. We'll see.
It's
I
not
mean,
bad.
it's
Best
not
we've
bad.
had.
Yeah, you're right. Not bad. And, God damn it, I gotta watch my mouse. My mouse.
I think so your mouth.
Are all the
Mouse.
mics reading?
Yeah.
Everything's
Check
going
one,
beautiful,
check one.
man. All right, so we have a special episode on income disparity in America, in the world for that matter, but between rich and poor, male and female, white, black, Hispanic, Asian. There seems to be huge disparities in income, in what people can do. Now, first of all, let me say to our usual suspects, Mr. Ryan Talmo,
Hey guys. What's up?
Theo Manhattan,
Always good to be here.
and one of our guests who's on time-ish early, I like that, Jamie Norwood.
Yo.
Our
And,
field correspondent.
80% of success.
Yeah, he
Showing
will
up
be, yeah,
on
as soon
time.
as we got to get that
Woody
done.
Allen, motherfucker.
Yeah, but the other 20% is fucking your wife's kid. And no, I mean that's just how it goes. So anyway, we got a lot of shit going on in the news. Personal thing for us, Sean Weiss. Sean Weiss, did I say it right?
Again, not just for first
Yeah,
time,
no.
Again.
Just got out of jail based on overcrowding.
He was arrested for.
Yeah, what was he arrested? He was arrested for stealing from Fry's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he took some shit from Fry's, or he took some fries. I don't know what it was, but yeah, he did something.
He stole 150 worth of merch from Fry's.
Now,
Okay,
who
so
is
yeah.
this?
Sean Weiss was the goalie
In the Mighty Ducks.
in the Mighty Ducks.
movies.
Yeah,
And he's been in
Oh.
other
Also,
movies for Disney and Nickelodeon. and
all
stuff like
kinds
that.
of things. Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, he's been in everything. And
He's been on
no,
everything.
no, he's like no,
Oh,
he
yeah.
was in a couple
Every-
things. He was a kid star. He was a little
Yeah.
bit of a fatty, and he, kind of got on drugs and lost all the weight.
The typical child star thing. I
yeah,
get it. I
he's
get
all
it, yeah.
skinny and screwed up now, and so
It's like if you're gonna commit petty theft, it's like, why are you stealing from Fry's? I mean, I agree with you. It'd be better if he actually just stole some fries or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's not
You know,
that he just
at
stole-
least it'd be stereotypical that way. The stereotypical fat guy, it's like there's nothing. You
no, he's
can
thin
he's
now.
bone
Yeah, no,
thin. Oh,
he's
he
bone
is?
thin, yeah,
Bone
look,
thin.
crack thin.
Oh.
Yeah.
110.
Oh, he got on the drug diet.
Yeah, no, he is super
Yeah.
crack thin,
Yeah,
and
like the pill diet.
I was on that diet once. It's effective. I gotta admit, it's very effective.
Oh, you know what's bad about stealing from Fry's is you're stealing merchandise from a store that has cameras set up.
well, they sell
And
cameras.
electronics.
Yeah, they're an electronics store, and you're
right.
trying to get out of their surveillance. yeah, it's.
You off like 6 times before you leave anyway.
Oh yeah,
You get a Coke, you get checked out.
oh yeah, it's like going to a Walmart.
Yeah.
I mean, but there you could walk out with shit they don't. The people checking are brain dead. But my mom did that. Not when I knew her. I haven't talked to her in years. But the beautiful karma of life is she had to get a job at Walmart from owning a big business and everything.
Oh,
yeah, it was
man.
great. And life's good.
And that's why
yeah.
it was your favorite Walmart.
It really was, yeah. I don't know, somewhere in Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. They left a state to get away from me. Who's doing this lean?
No one.
Oh, it's Jamie. Okay.
The lean.
Goddamn taekwondo arm, motherfucker.
Taekwondo arms. Taekwondo is kicking, you asshole. It's jujitsu.
Yeah, but when you gotta block them kicks, you better have good arms. All I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
but still.
okay, so Sean Weiss gets out of jail because of overcrowding.
Yeah.
And that same day,
Not good behavior.
No, it's like
overcrowding.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
we have too many of you motherfuckers.
being released.
like 5 days after being re-released, Sean Weiss is picked up again by the police,
The Burbank police.
wandering in somebody's yard.
Yeah. And then they had possession of meth.
And we were talking that is so hacky. It's been done so many
no,
times.
I think he met someone in prison. I think he's in love. He's got to get back in there.
That's
you know?
quite possible. You never know with some of these people.
Yeah.
But kind of wild. You know, when you think you were like riding high, you were doing sitcoms, you were in a big movie,
Yeah.
a couple movies with him, right?
He was in quite a few movies for Disney and Nickelodeon. I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, he had a career.
Yeah.
And it just died off in like 2005, 2006.
And so with all this going on,
Ethan Glaze is watching. Ethan Glaze, Goldberg
how
the
you
goalie. Goldberg the goalie.
Goldberg, the goalie,
From the Mighty Ducks
Mighty
movies. You know
Ducks,
what it is.
yeah.
He got arrested for meth.
Yeah,
just
he used
getting
to
out of
ride
jail.
Emilio Earhart, or what's his name?
Hey,
Emilio Emilio
Yeah.
Earhart.
Whatever his name is.
He's Charlie Sheen's brother.
Charlie Sheen's brother.
He's the more successful, or the cleaner one.
He's the cleaner one?
The
I
more
like that.
stable one.
Yeah.
He still had a lot of child sex, but he's just not as fucked up as Charlie. He just keeps it quiet.
Well, that's what you got to do. You have to. You know what it is? The whole Sheen family was so fucked up. The mom was a whack.
Yeah.
They were all nuts out of their mind, and that's why Sheen. But that's what the thing is. You look at the child stars. Child stars today. That's why, I mean, you know, from that time that are now grown, they're so fucked up, and I can't think that there isn't a reason. I always think, like, you don't just, like, I know people who've done drugs. I know people who've gotten hooked on drugs, but the people who get really fucking far out on drugs, there's generally, it goes back to, like, a dick in their mouth at some point when they were kids, you know? Some shit happened to them, fucked them up, and they're trying to deal with ghosts and, you know, all these demons that go on in their head.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, and any of that could have happened because, you know, child stars are very vulnerable. I mean, you know, in show business, there's so many
they're
opportunities to
delicious.
be taken advantage
Go
of.
back to the 1920s. This is nothing new. So,
Yeah.
I mean, Shirley Temple was fucked around. People knew that.
Oh,
yeah,
Judy
yeah.
Garland was fucking
Judy
fucked.
Garland.
Yeah. So
She was on the good ship, lollipop. Yeah, and you know what that meant?
But-
She was riding high, sucking cock, and that's what that song meant. No, I don't know. That song in no way meant that. Yeah, but she was getting romped. Everybody. I mean, the facts of life where all of them were getting fucked. Is that someone there? The facts of life is everyone was getting fucked.
Yeah, and it's
There we go.
both
Good to
and
knock
it's-
on the window.
And it's
yeah.
also the fact that they
Yeah,
they
you
start
gotta
off
hop out.
having careers very early in life, like major
and
careers
massive money.
and massive money and everything simple and all that, and then it's very hard to maintain that as they hit puberty, as
Oh, yeah.
they mature, as they change and essentially become different people. And you know, oftentimes
It's so much
they-
for them to deal with.
Yeah,
I mean, it's so heavy.
Exactly, and oftentimes they end up losing it all, and then all of a sudden they've got to, you know, work some menial job that they're not used to. or
Well,
something like that.
they're tiny little fish in this shark pond.
Yeah.
They're being eaten up and shit out and everything else, and yeah, they become nuts. As long as you just got to pee, there's a no shit rule here. Big no shit rule in the thing.
There's plenty of shit in here,
Oh,
man.
no, yeah, no shit in the toilet though.
No shit in
That's
the
a big
toilet.
rule, man. I hate that at a studio and someone shits in the toilet. So, anyway, back to speaking of shit in the toilet.
It's kind of like saying Hamlet on stage. You just don't do it.
Yeah.
Or Macbeth, not
Whatever,
Hamlet. I
one of
fucked that
them.
up. Whatever. Theater superstitions.
But so yeah, I mean, so it fuck. Oh, how did I lose everyone?
We're waiting for her to finish the bathroom, and then we're just sit down.
Hey, Jesus.
Hey, we can just
well,
do
here,
the
you guys
podcast
sit
as-
down. I can let her in here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Connie's gonna shot it.
Can you turn that fan on right there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, perfect.
Maybe you want to shot?
And just
Uh,
turn it up.
nah, no thanks.
What is she drinking? Hysterical. Our guests are drinking, pre-drinking to the show. You could drink here, but it's You can drink here.
Sorry, she has to convert
Welcome. That's fine. Oh, your hair looks great. You got that hot, like messy kind of. Oh, look, it's fantastic.
Okay, that's it. Is this where you want to sit? Scoot over. All right. Hi.
Hey,
Sean Dinah.
I'm Jamie. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, we're on air. So, welcome. We will introduce everyone. Lindsay, we're right in here. You're fine. Hop right in. Whoop, go right in there. It's a bit of a tilt. We didn't set the jacks yet. We don't do a lot for our show. For the other podcasts, we set everything up right. But for ours, it's like, we'll do what we want. Yeah. So,
Cozy.
Oh,
It's back over there.
here, have it.
Telmo in there.
We all in here?
All right. Okay, so we got everyone here. Okay, so we were just talking about children's stars because a person we know, Sean Weiss, who was the Mighty Ducks goalie Goldberg for the movies, he was just busted twice. He went to jail for stealing from fries. That's why kissing the camera doesn't do well. Yeah. Whoever's got that's got to hold that mic. So he went to Fry's and he stole a bunch of stuff. It got busted. He got out. And then, like, in 5 days, was caught, like, high as fuck, wandering around someone's neighborhood. I mean, someone's yard, in their, like, yard stuff. And so all this stuff going on, and it was just talking about child stars. Like, he had done two Mighty Ducks, 3 Mighty Ducks. 3 Mighty Ducks. So by the third one, you're getting good money. Second and third one, you've gotten pretty good money. And then the residuals on it and everything else. Yeah, whoever has that has to hold it. So then you have residuals on it. Then you have residuals on it and everything else. So he has money, but not. And it's like the Macaulay Culkin thing where you got millions coming in, but you owe so much, and you're still doing so much drugs, your money's going as quick as it's coming in, so you're getting that monthly money.
Yeah, he spent his money on pills and CDs.
But that's the thing. You get your money, by the third week, you're broke as fuck because you've spent that 10 grand, or Macaulay Culkin, $100,000 on drugs and party and everything else. You're now broke at the end of the month, and you had to pay back a bunch of stuff and things like that, and so it just kind of screws them up. But you know what I'm saying? No, but Culkin gets monthly stipend. Yeah, Macaulay Culkin has like trust money set up that he gets monthly. Yeah, yeah. Back to Gary Coleman and all them. Yeah, yeah. Supposedly he looks pretty good right now. Yeah.
Yeah, he finally changed his look again.
Because he learned from the Drew Barrymore. Because the Drew Barrymore, she cut off from her whole family. Like, fuck all you.
Yeah. Well, her dad was a nut.
Whole family nuts.
Oh, what? Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
No idea.
Is this like a little spoon? It's just a spoon. They just put a tattoo of a spoon.
No idea. I've never heard that.
Spoon.
Oh, by the way, Tanya Moon.
Hello?
We did Dirty Jokes.
Yes,
Vic Dunlop,
yeah,
rest his
yeah.
soul. And Lindsay Hitt.
Let's see it. Well, you know what? I have, it's really sad, and this is really true. I was adopted to an American family, and I'm 64, so this goes all that back. And I had a cousin named Jimmy Boyd, who was the first kid that sang, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Well, his star is, I pass it every day, the Hollywood Star of Fame.
Okay.
Right there by the thing. And it's right next to The Simpsons, and no one knows who the fuck he is.
Oh, yeah.
And his family, the Boyd family that adopted me, took all his money in those days and took all his residual. He was on Bachelor Fathers. He was a bit older than me, you know what I mean? But he took them, since he was 5 years old, that song, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus, has been redone, but the original one is his, and that's why he has it.
Oh, wow.
And I feel so bad.
But forgotten.
Every
Yeah.
day I pass the
Yeah.
star.
But forgotten. Yeah.
And his parents were alcoholics, and my parents were and they drank it away. And after he got older, because he had red hair and freckles, he was like one of those.
That's horrible. It's a horrible life to live.
Then he got involved with Kenny Rogers and Kenny Rogers' wife, and they paid him off. But I'm saying how
how it gets treated, yeah.
Before those days, the parents was charge of the money.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And he had nothing. And every day people just like walk over, and it's right by The Simpsons.
Yeah,
And
people. No, everyone.
And if I go like, hey, that's my cousin Jimmy Boyd, they go, That Korean lady.
Yeah.
Crazy. You know?
Mickey Rooney, and most people wouldn't even know who he was anymore.
Yeah.
But a huge star, and I mean, but it's an insane thing. And it's funny because one of the things we were talking about is the disparity and the difference in how people are forgotten.
Sure.
Yeah, all the different types of things. Well, what's funny is we're kind of entering a war with North Korea right now.
I'm in the South.
What?
I was born in South Korea right now.
Okay, so not your fault, not Tanya's fault.
Not Tanya's
Yeah,
fault,
she's
and I'm
totally
half
fine.
white, so.
But you know what? Though, I got to tell you though, if we go to war,
No.
I'm putting you in an internment camp, but it's going to look like my room. No, but it's going to look like my room,
Why do you
and there's
think
going to be
that
no
word
gates
ever-
or no chains. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Why do you think I wear the blue contacts and the blonde hair and got the tits?
For safety, I like that.
I am trying to. Someone goes, "Are you trying not to look Korean?" I go, "Yes, ma'am."
That's hysterical. Oh, yeah, I had a few girlfriends that were Korean, and I mean, it's a cool culture. You know.
Well, you know what it is. It's amazing, but I had to leave the country in 1959 and be adopted because I was half white.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to get weird or anything, but my mother was raped by a GI.
Okay.
And
Which happened a lot back then.
And I forgive him, and I because the Korean War was one of the bloodiest wars that there was ever. And nobody even acknowledged it.
Little
Because
coverage, yeah.
They said
The most coverage I ever got was the TV show MASH.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it got
And nobody really knew that was the Korean War. Yeah.
Everyone thought it was Vietnam.
Yeah.
They call it a police action.
Yeah.
So, and there were babies being
Which the
thrown.
way our police act, it actually works, right? Because our police actions here happen the same way. Where are you going? No, we put you places for a reason. Yeah, but we put you in the spots. There's a whole purpose. Theo works on this. Theo works on this.
I color
That's right.
coded
Sit,
the whole
sit.
seat.
Sit.
Lindsay, now I have to go back and recolor.
Yeah, so I'm saying all of us.
The mic was off.
We were adopted and we were sent out of the country because even though they were being killed in the streets, and so when you see MASH, it is true.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well, except for the funny parts. Yeah.
Yeah, but my mom, even though that I got raped, they loved me.
Mhm.
They wanted me. I had the craziest uncle was taxi drivers. We worked the GIs. I was 5 years old. We went up to them, and I would do my dance, and I would do everything. We drive up, and the GIs would give me dolls and give me money and everything. I have a picture of me and this GI. I'm sitting on his lap, and he just buy me all this shit. And then and I said, well, things hasn't really changed, have they?
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry. I'm a huge MASHaholic. I have the entire series. I've read the books, all that. There's one episode where they specifically address mixed children that GIs they have children with the locals and then they abandon them.
They're called yes.
And how really they essentially have no future. You were saying you had to leave Korea because of that. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's accurate because your father is your countryman, so it's not your mother. So and then because there was Australians there was.
So it was based on who your dad was?
Yes.
Okay,
So,
okay.
And then if you see so if you we were called children of the dust, and they just abandoned us. And you know what the sad thing is? Because I'm doing a women's show about it, is if they found out they were so mad at the Korean women, the family...
Wait, who was mad at the Korean women?
The Korean women, they had any affairs or anything to do with the white soldiers. There was one picture of them, the family hung the woman, the daughter, for having an affair with a white because they did not want their blood mixed. That's how cold the Koreans are. And they had her hung. Fortunately, my family's a little more crazy, and they loved me. And
Thank God, right?
yeah, and I wanted to be my uncle was crazy, and he loved me, and so we worked at GIs like that, and we got
Families loving their children.
Yeah.
What is
And
this
then-
I just like when you do with the we work the GIs. And I
I
swear to God,
know.
it should
It's-
turn me on so much less.
And you
but
know
it
what?
does.
And the cab
It's a
drivers,
badass
people like
thing.
that,
Yeah.
My name is Asia, and I would go out there and do dances and everything. And then, oh no, it was long. It was down to here. And then I have natural green eyes, but it made the GIs feel kind of sad for us.
Mhm.
So they would give them cash, and they would give me candy, and then they buy me dolls. And I'm sitting, and I have this picture of me sitting on a GI. So when we did a US show,
USOs, yeah.
called me and they said, have you been to USO Air Base in Osan, Korea? And I said, honey, I worked that when I was 5 years old.
That's funny.
I haven't been back, but my whole Korean family came here. My whole American family died. I didn't kill them, they just died. And actually, my mother remarried, and she married someone 12 years younger than me. So when she was my age, older. I'm older. When she was 51, she married a 21-year-old Mexican guy and my sister married a Puerto Rican, and they all came over, and now I have my original family back.
Well, that's wild. That's
So
fantastic.
I don't know how that subject got off with kids. That's a story.
All you're saying is you just want to thank whites, Puerto Ricans, and Mexicans for getting you and your family in the country. Yeah.
And actually, we are on the third parallel. So I don't know what people say about communists, and communists looks really great on paper, but it doesn't.
Well, communism
work.
is amazing. It totally would work in the sense of equality, to which, jumping to our subject, is our first part of it is about income inequality based on the rich and the poor.
Right.
So we had talked about different people, but the person who took over for Apple, Tim Cook, I mean, he's worth over $1 billion. Jerry Seinfeld is worth over $1 billion. But there's the lesser people. There's just your $5,000 an hour person.
Yeah.
Your person just making $5,000-6,000 an hour.
That guy.
Oh, all over this country.
I need
Yeah,
his
no,
number.
all over this country. There's people making that money for ridiculous shit, and the disparity has gotten so bad that that's why you have purses or cars that are $1 million, purses that are 50,000, 100,000. But things like that, yeah. And the only reason you have that is because you have
Baby onesie, $400.
yeah, you got to grow up. but because you have a disparity of such a vast amount that it's fake, it's paper money. So the people with all this monopoly money can blow it like it doesn't matter, because it doesn't, on things that you would never spend that money on if it was real. Well, the drugs aren't even the thing.
Legal drugs.
The legal drugs,
drugs.
the getting the plastic surgeries, the things, everything people do though that spend so much money. And then you have, and one of our points was, you have Tim Cook, who's probably making $50,000 a day. Then you have the guy at McDonald's who's making $40 a day for an 8-hour shift that he brings home. How is that even fathomable that somebody is making $50,000 that day and someone else in the same country is making $40 that day?
Well, see, with our country, the only thing was it was imperialism. So, like, the reason why if you see Koreans, you only see a few names. There's only like maybe 4 or 5 Koreans names. You have Lee, Moon. There's about 5 others.
Park or something.
Park.
Yeah.
And the reason is whatever providence. So, like, say that Bob Fisher is my boss at Ice House.
Okay.
My name would be what's his name's name? Whoever I was working for.
Right. You would take on his
my
last name.
whole
Family would take on that
providence
name, yeah.
And I would, whoever worked for Bob Fisher,
Mhm.
my name would be Fisher
Mm-hmm.
for the rest of their lives. And that's how
It's like
how they
sports
worked.
teams or something.
Well, it's the insanity behind people worrying about namesakes and stuff because the names are all fucking fake.
Fake, yeah.
They're just
Yeah,
some
everyone's
asshole
names are
said you're
names.
taking my name, and that's throughout the world. You know where all this shit went on.
Take it till you make it.
Well, you got called what you did. Like
Yeah.
Smith was a blacksmith or something. The people
Yes.
did what they did. Yeah, I mean they did what they did, and so they were
That's
called.
it. I don't want to
you
know
know,
what my family did.
But they, yeah, right. You guys were either assassins or hookers because it was hit. Yeah,
Ah, but
I'm going with assassins.
talking about drugs,
Yeah.
the Chinese
That
did
hooked.
the
No, I-
most wonderful thing to take down these countries. They brought in opium because when they brought in the opium,
Just talking about opium.
Who brought in the opium?
the Chinese? That's how they sedated and
They were
seduced.
forced to by your imperialists.
The Britons were the ones who did
Like
the
my
yeah.
grandfather had a big shipyard and had everything had big, and then he got on the opium.
Grab the plug for that.
He
Keep
got
going.
on the opium, and then when the communists came, he had nothing. He gave away. So that's how the communists worked. Like and the opium with the opium dens.
Well, they had no. You're fine. Keep going.
But yeah, but that's how sneaky.
Well, it was the imperial.
And
It was
that's
the
how they-
Britons who flooded China
Yeah.
with opium to begin with, and so they were the one who introduced that tactic as a way of defeating people. And so, we've done it. Thank you. We've done it quite a few times as well, where we have literally, drugged people. We did it with the Indians with alcohol.
Yeah, totally.
And we did it with black people with crack.
Isn't this what Joe Rogan said we needed to do in the Iraq War? Thank you. Is that we needed to just like crop dust the entire place with weed to get everyone to chill out?
Yeah, him and Stanhope and Hicks
And,
and Carlin. Carlin was the first, I think.
And going back to what you were saying about people being named after their job, well then how come no one is named fuck all? Are you telling me there
was nobody who fucked all. Yeah.
No, people who did
Yeah.
fuck all. They just didn't do
Yeah.
Is that diversion? Is that divide and conquer? Like at the grassroots level, is just give them drugs. Just give them drugs.
Yeah,
Can
we've
we
been doing
get
it
that for
forever.
mushrooms? No, is that not a thing?
Yeah, no, because that's a mind expander.
sedating
Well, it's a
or-
mind expander. Anything that's even marijuana, they're not happy about because it's a mind expander of some form. And so anything, I don't believe truly that marijuana is a mind expander, though.
I do.
Yeah, I think it's great being high. It's fun.
But it's not debilitating like
Yeah,
other drugs.
like
and
but
that's what they wanna
mushrooms,
do.
mushrooms will make you open your mind up a bit. From what I
I
understand,
ain't
I've
going
never
there.
done them. I've actually never done
I
them.
can't go there.
Yeah. See, I've never done them. Yeah.
Spokane, Washington.
Yeah, no, I've.
4 hours.
What is it? Is it next week we're doing it?
Yeah.
Next week is the mushroom show.
Every time
Everyone
I was
but me will be on mushrooms.
I just
Burger.
got freaked out.
Burger, you're a healer though. You
Yeah.
healed my body like
Oh, thank you.
a month ago. No, thank you.
Like a
So,
shaman.
I was curious in telling Tanya about that background and like what is that all about? What did that? It was you were a therapist, massage therapist.
No. I actually originally was going to go sports medicine, but I couldn't because of my felonies, so I could become a teacher. But I never thought of being a teacher. I always wanted
what
to.
was the felony? All
They were old. They were old. But wait, you know what? I don't want to jump on that because we are dead on a subject right now for the disparity, and it's a big thing to me because in this country, the fact that we have a family in a one bedroom or a single families living on the streets.
It's sad.
And then we have the Kardashians spending millions of dollars willy-nilly, like it just doesn't matter, And how do you explain, how do I tell somebody, don't just go for it. Don't just go out there and fucking kill people and take what you want. When your dream of, hey, anyone can do it is bullshit. What people have to do to make it is ridiculous. Yeah, there are cases probably where people just made it. Yeah, where they just made it. Like, Ashton Kutcher was a perfect example. Found in an elevator. Fake story. Ashton Kutcher was already acting. Ashton Kutcher was known by the agent. The whole story was a PR thing. He wasn't unknown. He was a fuckboy. and he was for the male directors,
Everybody or just
for anyone who had major parts and money.
okay,
And
so
so-
it didn't matter.
Boys. No, he was fucking men. Anytime you're a fuck boy, you're fucking men. Yeah. In Hollywood, if you're a fuck boy, you're fucking men.
I know because a lot of times.
If I'm the one saying it, I should say if a woman says it, they mean like someone all the girls fuck.
Sometimes
Yeah.
people think I'm a little Thai boy or I'm an older Thai woman when I was younger.
But you're you know what? If you were though, you're the person I was talking about. To where if like we ended up having sex and it turned out you were like used to be a guy, so what?
Yeah.
I'm good.
No,
You know, it was fun.
no.
It was a good time.
No. I scared the shit out of somebody. It was Gay Pride Day. We were doing a show over here, and this guy comes up, and he's going on and on and on, and I finally had to go to security, and I'm going, I don't know how to get rid of this guy. He goes, well, he's a good customer. I said, don't worry about it. I'll take care of him. So I went over and I said, you know, I'm a real girl. And he goes, yeah, I know. And I said, yeah, but I have a big pussy, and it's really big, and it's really juicy, and it's really hairy. I thought he was going to vomit.
It's so rare income
And he just ran
disparity
across the
things
street.
jump to that, but I like it. I like this story. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how that
No.
works.
Normally when we talk about income disparity, it's normally Jamie or me who's like, our
my brain.
pussy is so.
You want to talk about income disparity? There's like an imbalance happening. I just watched this movie with Michael Keaton about McDonald's.
Founder.
Yeah,
Founder, right?
Wasn't
So
that a
just
good
watched that
movie?
last night. It was a great movie. It was all about
Great.
him taking something.
Yeah.
And like just taking off with it. And
Yeah.
Just taking it.
He went from a
just
hamburger
took it.
stand.
And in a way, I was like, well, yeah, but those guys made like over $1 million each back then. But yeah, their morals, he purchased their morals. So it's almost like people that choose to take what's offered, they have a higher moral alignment typically than people who are gonna go, I need this much money because I need hookers and drugs and I need a big home and I don't give a fuck. I just want to slap someone for pleasure, you know.
Well, his quote at the end was prosperity. That's what he said, prosperity.
Well, but the thing is, and this is my main point though, is like the kind of money that dude has, the kind of money that people have though, they're gonna spend in a day what some people make in a year. Like a Michael Jordan will spend in a day, a Kardashian will spend in a day what one of us is gonna make in a year. And
Well, you know what? And I'm just one day I was at the gym. You know, when you're at the gym, you have split TV, and I went 9/11 that day. And you know how I think it was 24-hour fitness, and they had a split TV. And they had the Kardashian or Beverly Hills Wives or something, and they're fucking fighting over a pair of $17,000 pair of fucking sunglasses.
right.
The next TV camera is showing 9/11 people jumping out of buildings.
Yeah.
And I was sitting
Wearing
on
those
my
sunglasses.
Yeah.
That's what it's worth in the end. Yeah. No.
I was like, what? No. Fuck.
No, but I mean that's the thing though, you know.
Yeah, and it goes change to the CNN, and you're seeing and they're like bitching, oh my glasses, and they got their doggies in the park. I'm going, what in the fuck? And I just stopped my treadmill. I'm going, you know, and if you're at all these, because I work out a lot, so my mind is crazy, so I have to watch all these things, and I'm seeing these women fucking fighting over. And they have plastic surgery, and okay, we all love that, and lips and everything. And they're fighting over a pair of 17,000 sunglasses someone ripped off. And then the other one is showing people jumping off the building on 9/11.
Well, but
I work for an affluent family in the Palisades, and I'm a personal assistant. I am literally their slave.
Yeah.
And my value was, $20 an hour. I was like, nah, actually, the work that I'm doing is worth way more. I had to completely renegotiate with these people where my first task was to look for a rental home with a budget around $30,000 a month, which is way more than what I pay in a year for rent.
Right.
And that was
It's more than
real
people make in a
crazy
year.
psychological thing. And since then, it's like the things that they do complain about are really insane. Like these people are calling on devastation, they're calling on disease, they're calling on cancer, bringing stuff into their lives because they have to have problems in order to almost like feel comfortable with having that much money or something.
But there's some that are completely wonderful with it, and they're just scumbags. But I mean, that's the thing. The pharmaceutical guy raises the prices of the AIDS drugs,
That
and
guy's
the
in
fact that it
jail
was like,
now,
yeah,
right?
no, but
He
he's
will
getting
be.
nothing though. He's still going to be out in a year or two, and he'll be still worth so much money. And but this is the problem. And so that's the thing. Again, when your day of spending, just your food you buy in a day, could literally change someone's life. It's
And it has
insane. But but it's insane. There's people who spend a meal, $2,000 meal. Then they'll go out and do this. They'll spend $4,000 or $5,000 in
Where
a
is
day.
the barrier? Is it with the banks?
It's no, you know
How
what
come
it
there's
is?
no microloan? How
It's-
come I can't go and get a microloan?
It's 'cause
How
we
come
need a
there's help
cap.
from management?
We need an
Nobody needs $1
actual
billion.
income cap.
No, I disagree.
I know. Well, tell me why.
Because then if somebody, like, for instance, a good example to use in real life, let's say this podcast somehow makes $1 billion. Like, if we wanted, like, if there was a cap that was in place, we made 500 million. Okay, you guys can't make any more, but we're putting in the work to, like, people are demanding to see us.
Oh no, we can make more.
Yeah.
No, we can make more. It just has to be dispersed
Yeah.
throughout. But this is the thing, is because if you're at a company that's making billions of dollars, the reason you're making billions of dollars is because the people who work there. Without anybody working there. Now, granted, your salary should be much bigger than the lowest person. You're the one who started it. At the same time, there has to be a cap where it starts going to them so we maintain an income level in this country till we can go back to where a cashier at the supermarket
Yes.
can be a single working family and own a home.
Well, and the thing is, like, the people who do matter, cops, teachers, that sort of thing, they're not making anything.
Well, but no, the only reason we're not is because people are making too much. And that's the thing. If you have people out there that'll spend, what was the concert I just saw? And there were tickets left, and they were $2,000 a seat. And it was some concert thing going on, but $2,000 a seat. That's the thing. If you got people that will spend $2,000 a seat, either I can sit in the way back for seats I still can't afford that are going to be $100. That will literally, if I want to take my wife, boom, and we go and the kids, I'm $500 in. I can't afford the worst seats there, but because people will pay $2,000 or $10,000.
Give them the best.
Well, no, I am priced out of the arena.
But the
I have
great
a-
thing is,
Wait, I'm gonna let her go real
I'm
quick.
gonna let
She's
her
just
go.
dying, and then you're next.
I have a joke about old people. I have jokes about old people because I was at the grocery store and I couldn't figure out what bread to buy because I believe it's all poisoned. So I'm like, shit, I gotta pay $5 or more for a loaf of bread, and so I'm debating on that. And this old lady comes up and complains about the price of just this regular old bread, and the stupidity of her not knowing that the bread is filled with high fructose corn syrup and just highly processed emulsifiers and gums and all this shit. And then she's complaining about the price, and I'm like, you know what? You probably own one of these homes here that you bought for $25,000 outright like 60 years ago, and you're going to complain to me about the price of bread when you... I'm just so furious about that because seriously, homes in the 40s in Laguna Beach were 25 grand
Yeah.
for a lot, and now
Yeah,
it's like
and-
multi-million-dollar homes, and to me that doesn't make sense in one generation to be like, okay,
In the
some have
70s,
nothing, some
Yeah.
have everything.
in the 70s, they were 60 grand for a 3-4 bedroom, one-story
Oh my
home
God.
in Granada Hills.
I live in
Yeah.
Barstow. You can get a 4-bedroom house with a pool because the highest income is $150,000.
Mhm.
I grew up in Barstow.
Oh,
My
yeah.
aunt was mayor.
Jesus.
Those are the kids. I am
Of all
from
7
Barstow.
people, yeah, yeah,
But
she
I
won.
did-
She won on a 4-3 vote. Everyone in the town
Yeah,
voted.
because that time
Barstow.
I had no tits, and
19.
they filled my bathing suit
Yeah.
with Kleenex.
Oh Jesus!
Again, they saw the Kleenex. So anyway,
Miss Barstow,
and
1979.
no, 1973. But the thing was, because my aunt was the mayor of Barstow,
Okay.
and it was a little town out in the middle of the desert, and they wanted to make it growth. Now, if you go through the desert and you see these little homesteads. You see, like, if you drive through, like, if you're going up the 15, you see these things. Well, there was a Homestead Act that came out in Oklahoma that you could have 5 to 6 acres of all the free land. The main electricity or water, but the requirements was you had to have a door, and you had to have 2 windows, and you could get 5. Well, the family that adopted me, not my family because my family was poor, but my uncles bought the whole city of Barstow and also the Harvey House. So I always knew that it was like, but eventually they thought we're going to have water and electricity here, and this is going to be a thing. So you know that when you come into Barstow and you see that outlet mall, that was my uncle's first. That interrupted all the desert because the desert tortoise were torn up, and everything was torn up, and the desert tortoise is only get to lay eggs every 200 years.
Do these tortoises make an income? Okay, then we're jumping back to income disparity.
Deserted.
I love you. I love you.
Really
And your
quick,
stories are
before
cool.
Before
But they
we get off
jump,
this topic, though,
Well, we're not off it because we're going to jump to another part of it, but go on.
So another experience that I had that was crazy was, I worked for Solar City, which is one of the largest solar retailers in the country or the world. Elon Musk,
which is insane.
His cousins own it.
Yeah, which is
insane.
insane.
I remember when I was hired, it was before the company went public,
Mm-hmm.
and I was I was like 27, 28. Just big city, living in Berkeley, my first city life, Bay Area experience, big girl job. And they had to let go, not my boss, but my boss's boss and my boss's boss and my boss's boss's boss. They had to can all
everyone,
these
yeah.
6-figure salary guys in order to get the stock price low enough for investors to invest enough for them to go public. And it was such a crazy game. We weren't allowed to talk about it at the time at all because there was such high negotiations going on. To me, that was when I was ready to walk from the company. I was like, there's no ethics or morals in this. I don't know what the fuck to do anymore with myself because this is crazy. I hated my boss, but I liked my boss's boss as well. No, but I was like, what? Why would they do that?
But that's the whole thing, and that's the thing is, everyone, we all have these, things that have gone on that are kind of bullshit. And that's the problem is we see these individual things. When you look at it nationally, and you look at it as the overbearing of what's actually going on a full scale, this is going on everywhere, all the time, every minute. Which brings me to my next part, which I'm going to love you for because your point and your theories I don't disagree with, which is the disparity between men and women and income. Now, from my understanding, Jamie, your feelings on the wage gap.
There is none.
And then as far as you're an anti-feminist.
We're listening.
Jamie's an anti-feminist.
Yes.
And so, which is funny because he's very spiritual, very loving, very kind, very gentle person.
What are the kindest
Why are
people?
those things in common?
Normally, no, they're not. They're not. It's more real in that sense. I appreciate it more because you're not somebody who's this guy that women wouldn't like.
This is really interesting right here because I compare feminism to religion all the time, and this is the exact same thing that people did whenever atheists were becoming more vocal. They would say, "You're an atheist, but you're such a nice person." All that, and I'm like, that's the exact same thing. It's because it's a dogma you're not supposed to criticize or say anything about. So when people find out I am, they're like,
I thought you were nice.
They're like, what?
Yeah.
You foster kittens and
No.
puppies and
My thing was, give me
I
one
think
second.
we're all just
give me one
confused
second.
about vocabulary.
Lindsay, one second. My thing is this.
not.
Yeah, wait. My thing is this. What I was saying is that generally a lot of anti-feminists are guys who can't meet girls. They're mad. They're bitter. No, I'm saying that we run into, that we see on Facebook, that we run into in comedy, things like that. It tends to be a lot of those guys. So I'm impressed more so that you're an attractive guy. You're in good shape. You're not. No, he's all these things. And
love for Trump here.
And you know, but this is the thing, and so that's what throws me off. But yeah, and so now you're not a feminist, right? But
I don't consider myself a feminist. I like the contrast.
I'm not a feminist.
Like I focus more on the age gap even than the gender gap. You know, any good joke that I have on sexuality is like I'm asexual, but to me,
how do you feel about the wage gap with men and women? Do you think there is one?
I think everyone takes the position they have for granted. I have a brother who is a stay-at-home dad, and he doesn't realize the value of taking care of 3 children full time. That he didn't, you know, and he thinks on the weekends he's off and that his wife is on. I'm like, that just means that your wife works full time to support you, and then she takes care of the kids on the weekends. That makes absolutely no sense. I have to tell my brother, you don't even make any sense. You're like quantifiably, everything's quantifiable. You can literally, and that's what law is, and that's why it's got this scale thingy. But like, you could quantify anything.
It was very scientific.
Yeah.
And how do you do it? You put
Scales of
yourself in
justice.
the asexual.
Yeah, it's scales of justice.
Like, this they that is going on is these kids. Like we're just they. We're just you know. It's everyone's equal. I don't know.
Well,
Can I just
Yeah,
say
go.
something? My first anti-feminist boss in the world was Larry Flint.
okay.
Oh.
He treated us equal.
One of the original Crips.
Yes.
And
I worked there when I became 22. I became a makeup artist. The reason that he hired me because I was innocent and I didn't know.
Even after the Korea stuff.
No.
No.
Yeah,
She still
I
had her
just wanted to
chastity
look like
belt
a movie
on.
star.
working the GIs at 5.
I was innocent. But
I had
still,
never had toe sex ever.
so bad. But I saw the movies when I was a GI, and I saw the beauty of the makeup. So I was adopted to these like funimous Christian people who had wore long dresses, blah blah blah, and I rebelled against Jerry Falwell.
Mm-hmm.
So my first, and then I came to LA to be a teacher. All of a sudden, I changed. I ran for Miss Barstow, and I was going to be a social worker, and I changed. And then when I came to LA, I was trying my best to be. I changed because I was going to be a social worker. I was going to really try to help children.
And then you were like, fuck that.
No,
Yeah.
no, it was
Well,
hard.
and generally, women weren't thought of to need an education. Men were needed to have education and training, work experience. They had to get a job. They were like forced.
Which
to
has changed heavily
take care of
now.
their Family, and like, that was
No,
driven
the
them,
only
but
reason
men
I
didn't.
got it because it was in Barstow, and I got a scholarship because I was only the fucking half Korean. Korean. Because I got a scholarship.
She got a
Wait, Jamie has
scholarship
something
in
to
tea
say.
time,
Because I
people.
got a scholarship.
Scholarship in tea time and appropriate lady manners.
And Korea.
Right?
I mean, not Korea. In Barstow, which is
Same place.
Same place.
Yeah.
And then I came to LA and I was going to be a teacher. And then but makeup, I always had my calling. And when I went to work
You
for
do great
Larry,
makeup, by the way. Your makeup's
oh
always
my
fantastic.
God, it's
Yeah.
the same makeup
Oh, yeah.
since I've been waiting.
Do you say your age? I think you said it already.
She
right?
did.
Yeah.
64.
I love that you say it.
Same
Yeah.
makeup, like you haven't.
She's
changed
never had to take it
this
off
whole time?
ever. That's how great it is. You were-
Because-
yeah.
Yeah.
Because they go like this, Pamela, I'm going to start your makeup. And I said, no, funny. She fucking copied my makeup.
Oh, you have
Anyway,
great
but
makeup.
anyway,
Yeah.
I was trying so hard to be a makeup artist. I became a makeup artist. But then when I went to the porn department as with Larry Flynn,
I'm in. Go on. Got me. This is way better than the Barstow shit. Go on.
They treated us better than the men.
Yeah.
All the porn stars got better. The women got better paid than the men.
I didn't know you did porn.
I didn't do the porn.
Oh,
I
damn
just-
it. That really
I just
ruins
did
it for
the
me. But go on, yeah.
sets, and I just did
You were
all.
about to start googling.
Oh,
shit.
so goddamn quick.
No.
Yeah.
I was behind the scenes because I would go like this. I know what to do with you. I know you need lash. No, I know how to make it, and so I worked for Larry Flint and Thea, and I went through their rough time, and that's.
And would
how
you
I
have to
went
be in there when they did the porns?
Huh?
Or would you be in there when they did the porns? No, I didn't know Hustler did porns. They did soft porn, didn't they?
No, we just no. Listen to me. There was a difference between Hustler and Playboy. Hustler, Larry
Pussy.
Flynt was from whatever it was. He had a law.
Mm-hmm.
You were treated as a woman here, like this,
Mm-hmm.
and you were not treated any different. And he had a great dressing room, and no one was allowed to enter. And you had to be respected by us for the whole staff. But once you got on his set, then you had to do all the ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
You had to show your beavers, right?
Yeah. People
But-
brought beavers?
Yes.
You were doing animal porn makeup?
Beaver.
The fuck?
Beaver.
No, but yeah.
Because like the first time I went there, I had to take like this, like they go, okay, yeah, you had to take this little bottle of baby oil and you got to twirl it around and everything. But they loved me because I was innocent. So anyway, so I'm saying, Larry Flynt, to me, was my mentor.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
He is my mentor.
That's
And I'm telling you, he could be an asshole. He could be the worst person. I went through that fight with Jerry Falwell with him. I went there. But one thing, he was with me. He was honest. And he was like from the South.
mm-hmm.
Shake hand, and like we did. And then when he said, "Oh, you want to be a comedy?" He goes, "Now what does she want to do?" She goes, "Well, she wants to be a comic." Ugh. And he goes, "Okay, put her the comic of the month as Chic for the Chic magazine." And I go, "But I'm not that big, Larry."
That's funny.
And he goes, "I don't give a shit. Put her on the thing." And that's how loyal he was to us. But
And he
the
might not
thing-
have even been saying ugh. He might have just been breathing. He-
But
is he still alive?
Oh, beyond.
Oh, God
He's
rest
so
his soul.
bored with porn.
Yeah.
Because you know what? He won.
I mean, there's no soul, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
He won.
Hefner can't die.
Yeah. No.
They won the war.
Oh. But I mean,
So they won the war. So they were having a thing. And I've been to the Playboy Mansion, and that'd be another story. But they won the war. But the one thing is I want to say one of my favorite bosses, the three favorite bosses in the world, is Larry Flynt, Bob Fisher, and Jumbo from the Clown's Room.
That is
Those are the
fantastic.
three
mine are Hitler, Mussolini, and the Asian dude from wherever. Yeah. Yeah, Hirohito.
I
There
want
you
to know
go.
one thing
Yeah.
about this entertainment
Yeah.
industry having to do with women, Tanya, and if anyone else wants to comment, is at what time did the women make more money than men? Like
At
when-
Hustler.
Did that happen?
What
Did that
Jake answer
happen?
that?
Well, actually, there was a big stink about that movie. Who was it? It was what's her face from Hunger Games. Jennifer Lawrence. She made a huge stink saying she got paid less than her male co-stars
Happened a lot.
when actually she was paid at the bottom line. She was paid less. But if you look at the number of days she worked less than half as many days on that film as her male co-stars, but she got paid more than half what they made. So she actually got paid at a higher rate than they did, but because at the end of the
Did
day
you do
it
the
was
math, or did you read an article?
No, I did the math. And yes.
And in porn.
And
Did
so
you factor
very-
in the time it takes a woman to get ready, opposed to a man to get ready to go?
what does that have to do with the number of days you're working on?
Did you see the
A woman
makeup?
is not
The
acceptable
men had
without
more
makeup.
makeup than the women in Hunger Games, and and not just that. You made a great point. Nobody's ever made a big stink about the fact that every woman in porn makes more than their male counterpart,
my God.
except for maybe
And you
John
know
Holmes.
what?
Except like
They
John Holmes.
didn't get
Or,
the money shot
Or-
until they
Hold on, let
came.
me-
or
Google him.
or what about
Yeah.
strippers? I mean, female strippers make way more than male strippers, and
I
also
don't know, that's
they.
Santa Monica.
The gay strip clubs, not only can you make more money, but also they found that there is less sexual harassment at the gay strip clubs because women are not called out on grabbing the male strippers. They don't do anything, and of course the male strippers can't physically stop them from doing it because then they get charged with assault. So a lot of straight male strippers will go to gay strip clubs because, one, you make more money, but two, you don't have people grabbing you all the time.
And you know what? That's fabulous because, like, you can't believe people make more money in your fantasies of your mind than you do with touching.
Oh yeah. My wife used to be a dominatrix and made
always
fat cash doing that.
It's always the magazine works, and I know that that we've been down in magazines, but when they start showing too much and everything, people go like, fuck, I don't want to know what that fucking thing looks like.
I think it's women.
Hey!
I think women are the problem. That's why I
Yeah.
don't think I'm a feminist, because I don't think we give men enough credit. I think if we had switched roles, that men are they're just naturally bred
But
to
we
be maybe more
wanna
wild,
see
and women
your
are too
dick.
nice. Women are too nice. Like, I am perceived as like either a lesbian or, just angry because I have so much animosity. It's like, why? Because I use the word no? Because, like, no.
I always thought you were an
I
angry
use the word
lesbian.
no. I come off as an angry lesbian
No,
because I'm
no.
really, like, forward up front, and I'm just like...
No, I like
"Share
your
my
hair, by the way.
opinion."
First of all, I love your hair. So I never thought
It's
lesbian.
short
I just thought it was a
hair.
great
Only
hair.
reason why I'm gay.
Yeah, I
is
never
because of
thought
my hair.
lesbian. I just thought great haircut.
But
I always
why,
liked it, yeah.
By
You have
the
great
way,
hair, too.
why men's magazines has outstand
Yeah.
any of the other stuff is because men have fantasies of the first time that they got fucking had a hard on. Because I have worked at clubs where I had
Where men got
one
their first
time-
hard on?
Where was this S&M club where you had to do?
We have about 2 minutes.
Okay. Well, yeah, I had to kick a can in a skirt because men always chase the first time that they got
Yeah.
hard, and they will always chase
It's like
that.
chasing your first high.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's essentially the same
And
thing.
that's why at every strip club you will see the dirty strip girl. You will see the sweet little thing and everything, because men will go back into their time,
It's regressive archetype.
first time that they got their first hard on, and that's how they get
That's a chemical
off.
thing. That's
I
a
just
chemical
wanna
thing.
fuck.
I was
Yeah,
just
I'm
reading
not-
an article about phosphorus and how phosphorus is generated by semen and like by the fluids of the orgasm using like the hormonal network and different like this.
That's what that smell is.
Well-
So when you orgasm, you release this phosphorus, which phosphorus is a transmitter of light, and so the men actually get exhausted from orgasming, and they lose their power. Where like women actually gain power from orgasming, and I was just like, oh, like what the frick?
That's why guys tend to conk out after they've
Is
had
that-
sex.
I just want to give you guys to
Do
me.
you get more power if
I
you
literally
swallow
fall asleep
the
while I
semen?
come.
I just don't know.
Yeah,
I just-
I'm like this. I'm like,
Give
ah.
you advice.
Yeah.
Go back to your first fantasy when you had your first hard on. That's when the men go have their first hard on.
Who remembers their first hard on, Tanya? I was like 10, 6, some 4, some ridiculous age.
Asshole.
I just wanted my mom to see it.
I had to kick a
Hey,
can
yeah.
down the street with a little girls' school, Kurt. A little school.
You got your first hard on?
No, for this guy. He had a jerk
You
off.
didn't have to. You chose
No,
to.
he paid me $500.
Still a choice there.
What?
Still a choice.
He goes, yeah. And he goes, and I kicked a can all down Venice Boulevard.
Yeah, you didn't have to,
And
though.
he said, you had to wear, like, underpants. I said, I'm like fucking 40 years old. Am I little?
Yeah, that's
But
where
you got the money.
That's where you notify the FBI and you tell them there are bodies somewhere. This dude's
No,
weird. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's the thing.
No, it's
Yeah.
not that.
Meanwhile, another person shoveled shit for 8 hours and made 100.
No, it's fantasy. It's fantasy.
Okay.
Burger.
So we have to wrap up, guys, because we do have a podcast. Yes. Who was it going to kill yourself? Who did we pick?
Was it the guy who upped the AIDS drug so high? Or-
Yeah, thank you. What was his name? Yes. Guys.
I thought you already gave him the kill
Oh,
yourself.
I did. Yeah, he got it.
We can give him another. I mean,
Yeah, no, you're right, though. You're
We
right.
love you, Tanya. You guys don't know Tanya Moon. Find her.
I don't,
She's
I don't have
kicking cans.
Hey, Martin Shkreli is not on the list.
Okay. I thought he was. No? Oh, okay. Then Martin Shkreli.
Could've sworn
Martin
that-
Shkreli. For
Well, you should give him another after this.
I'm
show.
about to. Martin Shkreli.
I try to teach these young.
Mother of God, I'm starting to hate Barstow.
No, the importance how to seduce a man.
Tanya, you're about to get the award. No. Martin Scarelli. No. Martin Scarelli. Just fucking kill yourself. God damn it. I have nothing but God damn it. What do you got going on, Tal?
I'm going with you guys to the Derby. And
Yes.
From the beautiful cities of Emmett.
Yes.
August 25th. Besides that, a bunch of other shit.
Tomorrow I do the one-liners only show at Hollywood Hotel with Charles Disney.
Oh, yes. Tanya?
Yes, and I'm doing that thing. Remember I told you, all you boys at the Jumbos, I'm doing my dirtiest show on earth with Mike Martori, and we need some little money. And the money that you tip me, it's okay. You can just put on my GoFund. Thank you, darlings.
So many people probably have like that 60-year-old fantasy of you. Like you are the ultimate, like you're that one person in so many where it's like people are just like, oh God, you're 64? Yeah, that rocks. Like you could be making a fortune doing porn right now. You know how many people would be? I would re-click and re-click and re.
Just strap on a fake
5
vagina.
minutes at a time, baby. 5 fucking minutes at a time. That's how long I fuck. 5 goddamn minutes. That's all I
Hey,
can
if you're
fuck for.
averaging 5, I guess that's...
No, that's all I can fuck for. That's all I can do.
I
Yeah.
have a show in Long Beach. I'm going to do this Blacklight District show on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
And I actually have plans to go to Texas next month. We'll be in Texas next month, and then I'm looking forward to doing a podcast. I don't know. Your guys' podcast is inspiring because you talk about
Thank you.
some serious shit. And Burger, you know some serious shit. And you guys are all just real guys, and I'll keep watching
Oh, yeah.
and hopefully get inspired to
Thank you.
sort out my own little
Let
podcast.
us know, man. Jamie, what you got up?
I don't have shit going on. I've been doing too much MMA lately. Need to do some more shows. But but you can check out my YouTube channel, which I'm always updating with comedy, martial arts videos and videos of us making ridiculously huge and delicious sandwiches. You can ask A-Bomb. He's a witness.
And he'll be training Andrew Ryan Fox to beat up to fight Eric Marino.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
No, Marino won't.
Yeah.
Marino would never accept it.
I do MMA.
Marino would never accept the
kickboxing,
challenge.
jiu-jitsu, all that.
Yeah, Marino would never accept the challenge.
But and then we got that one time I said I would accept all comers.
We're gonna do that. Yeah, don't, not yet. We're gonna do that. That's special. All right. So I got Friday. I'll be at the Green Room in Bakersfield. I'll be up in Hemet. I'll be at Justin Fox show at the Derby. I'll be up in Fresno at TK's show. Jamie will be breaking shit. And damn it, I got a couple other shows. I'll remember them. And then we have a live event coming up soon, guys. I'm Burger Podcast. Have a great night. Be safe.
Thank you. Sorry we're so late. Oh,
Tribal Cafe.